The shadow at dawn. The village of Harrow's End was no stranger to secrets, but nothing had ever stirred fear like the shadow that appeared every dawn. It started with a whisper, an eerie shape that slipped through the mist just before sunrise, moving silently along the edge of the woods. Those who saw it never spoke of what it looked like, only that it was not human, yet somehow hauntingly familiar, like a twisted silhouette of someone you once knew. Evelyn Morgan was the first to see it clearly. The night before, a violent storm had ripped through Harrow's End. Thunder roared and rain battered the old wooden windows of her cottage. But in the early hours, Evelyn woke to a strange stillness. The storm had vanished, leaving behind a dense fog that clung to the ground like a ghost's shroud. She stepped outside, the cold biting into her skin. Her breath came out in small clouds as she scanned the horizon. Then, at the very edge of the trees, she saw it. A dark figure, tall and slender, standing motionless as if waiting for the dawn to break. Its face was hidden in shadows, but Evelyn swore she could see eyes full of sorrow and rage. She blinked, and it was gone. Word spread quickly. The villagers whispered of curses and spirits, but Evelyn knew better. She remembered the old stories her grandmother told her, tales of a man who disappeared from Harrow's End 50 years ago. A man named Gabriel Blackwood, who had vanished into the woods, never to be seen again. Gabriel was a stranger then, a traveler who came with promises and charm, but left behind only sorrow. Some said he was searching for something lost. Others believed he had taken something that did not belong to him. Evelyn felt a chill every time she thought of him. Could this shadow be Gabriel? Or something worse? The next dawn, Evelyn was determined to find out. With her heart pounding, she followed the path where the shadow had appeared. The woods were thick and suffocating, the fog swirling around her like fingers trying to pull her in. Every step echoed loudly, as if the forest itself was watching her. Then, just as the sun began to rise, she saw it again. The shadow was closer this time, gliding over the ground like smoke. Evelyn's breath caught in her throat when it stopped and slowly turned toward her. "Who are you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. For a moment, nothing. Then the shadow's face twisted, no longer just a silhouette, but a mask of pain and rage. It spoke in a voice that was both a whisper and a scream. "Find the truth, set me free." And then it vanished into the light. Evelyn was left alone, shaken but more curious than ever. She decided to visit the old library where the village's history was kept, hoping to uncover what secrets had been buried with Gabriel Blackwood. The musty smell of old paper greeted her as she pushed open the creaking door. Dust motes floated in the shafts of sunlight as she rifled through old newspapers, journals, and faded letters. Hours passed until she found it, a diary, its leather cover cracked with age. The diary belonged to Gabriel Blackwood. Evelyn sat down and began to read. The entries told a story of love and loss, of a man who arrived in Harrow's End chasing a legend, a hidden relic said to grant its owner immense power. But the closer Gabriel got to it, the more the village turned against him. His final entry was chilling. "I fear the shadow I see is not just of this world. The relic's curse is real, and it binds me even now. If anyone finds this, beware the dawn. It brings the shadow. It brings me." Evelyn's hands shook. The shadow was not just a ghost. It was a curse, one that Gabriel had unleashed and could only be ended by uncovering the relic. That night, Evelyn dreamed of the shadow. It reached out, beckoning her deeper into the woods, toward a place the diary described as the Hollow of Forgotten Souls. At first light, she set out again. The forest grew darker and colder as she walked. The birds stopped singing, and an unnatural silence wrapped around her. Finally, she reached a small clearing where the ground was scorched and cracked, the hollow. In the center lay a stone pedestal, and on it, an ancient box carved with strange symbols. Evelyn's heart raced. This had to be the relic. She reached out, hesitating only for a second before lifting the lid. Inside was a small, blackened heart, a relic of dark magic, pulsing faintly as if alive. Suddenly, the shadow appeared behind her, its face no longer angry but desperate. "Destroy it," it pleaded. Evelyn's hands trembled. She remembered a line from Gabriel's diary. "Only fire can break the curse." She grabbed a fallen branch, struck a match, and set the relic aflame. The black heart hissed and crackled, and a chilling scream filled the air. The shadow writhed in agony, then slowly dissolved into the morning light. As the sun rose fully, the fog lifted. The village of Harrow's End seemed lighter, freer. Evelyn felt the weight of the shadow leave her. She knew the curse was broken, but the mystery of Gabriel Blackwood, the man behind the shadow, would haunt her forever. Because some secrets, once uncovered, never truly die.